Ugh, we've all been there, right? The kitchen sink is starting to gurgle, the shower just won't drain, and you get that sinking feeling thinking about a huge plumbing bill. But what if I told you your home has a secret weapon, an access point built specifically to deal with these exact problems? Well, it does. And today, we're going to unlock all the secrets of the sewer cleanout.
So here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll talk about what this plumbing secret weapon actually is. Then, we're going to become detectives, decoding all the different types of cleanouts and even going on a little treasure hunt to find yours. We'll also cover some really crucial safety tips and, maybe most importantly, we'll help you figure out when a clog is something you can handle yourself versus when it's time to call in the pros. Let's get right into it.
All right, let's start with the big picture. Just think of the sewer cleanout as the unsung hero of your entire home's plumbing system. Seriously, it's the key that unlocks a direct path to your main drain line, and it can turn what feels like a potential disaster into a totally manageable problem.
So what is it exactly? Well, a sewer cleanout is basically just an access point. You'll see a pipe with a cap on it that connects directly to your main sewer line. It's kind of like an emergency lane on the highway for your plumbing. It lets you or a plumber completely bypass all the smaller drains and get right to the source of a major blockage.
And here is the real payoff, the reason you should care about this. Knowing where your cleanout is located directly saves you money. Think about it. A plumber's clock starts ticking the second they walk through your door. If they have to spend the first half hour just hunting for the access point, that's time you're paying for. Finding it for them means they get straight to work, which means a faster fix, and yep, a smaller bill for you.
Now, here's where it gets interesting. Cleanouts are not a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. They actually come in different shapes, and they're found in different places depending on how old your home is and how it was designed. So let's become experts at spotting them.
As you can see, there are a few main types to look for. You might have a vertical cleanout. That's usually a single pipe with a cap, pretty common in basements. If you're in a multi-story home, you might see a stacked version with a few caps on one pipe. Then there's the exterior cleanout, somewhere outside near your foundation. And sometimes they're sneakier. You'll find smaller inside cleanouts tucked away in walls to access a specific sink or tub drain.
Okay, now that you know what you're looking for, it is time for the fun part, the treasure hunt. Let's figure out where these access points might be hiding in your home. Trust me, finding them now is way, way better than scrambling to find them during a plumbing emergency.
So where do you start the search? I check the usual suspects first. Basement utility rooms, crawl spaces, and along the walls in your garage. Those are all prime locations. If you don't find anything inside, head outdoors. Look near the corners of your foundation, on any concrete pads, or try to trace the path from your house out toward the street where your sewer line connects.
Now, if you looked in all these places and you're still coming up empty, don't worry. Your home's original building plans might actually show the layout, but you know the surefire way to solve the mystery is to have a licensed plumber come out and just map the system for you. It's a really small investment that pays off big time when you're in a jam.
Okay, so you've found your cleanouts. Awesome, congratulations! But before you even think about touching that cap, we have to talk about safety and basic maintenance. These are the non-negotiable rules of engagement.
This is super simple, but it's absolutely critical. Always wear protective gloves and some kind of eye protection. You are dealing with a sewer line, after all. And it probably goes without saying, but make sure any kids or pets are safely out of the area while you're doing any kind of inspection.
Now listen up, because this is a major warning. If you walk up to a cleanout and you smell that distinct sewer gas odor, do not proceed. Just leave the area immediately and call a professional. That smell can actually be a sign of a much more serious venting issue in your plumbing that needs an expert to look at it right away. For just regular, routine maintenance, all you have to do is follow these 3 simple steps. First, make sure the area around the cleanout is always clear. Don't let bushes or dirt cover it up. Second, just do a quick visual check every now and then for things like a loose cap, any cracks in the pipe, or corrosion. And third, look for any signs of moisture or leakage around the base. Catching these little things early can prevent huge problems later on. All right, now for the million-dollar question. You've got a clog? Do you roll up your sleeves and try to tackle it yourself, or is it time to call for backup? Let's break down that decision.
This slide really clarifies the dividing line. The DIY approach is awesome for small, simple clogs that are right near the cleanout, especially if you have a tool like a hand auger. But here's the key rule: never force it.
If that clog doesn't clear easily, just stop. You could damage the pipes. That's when you need a pro for those deeper or recurring blockages. They'll bring out the heavy-duty gear, like hydrojetters and cameras, to not just clear the clog, but to figure out what's causing it in the first place. And if you see any of these red flags, it's time to pick up the phone, period. If you're getting the same clogs over and over, or if multiple drains in your house are slow at the same time, that points to a mainline problem. Any weird gurgling sounds from your drains, a sewer smell inside your house, or standing water around an outdoor cleanout, those are all definite signs that the problem is way beyond a simple DIY fix.
So, we'll leave you with this one simple but really powerful question. After everything we've just covered, do you know where your home's plumbing secret weapons are? Seriously, taking just 10 minutes now to find them could be one of the smartest moves you make as a homeowner, and it could save you a world of trouble down the road.